Welcome back. Welcome back. Me and Slim are here to talk about the Houston Rockets. They just drafted Amen Thompson with the fourth overall pick in the draft, and we are higher on the Rockets than I think a lot of people are going into the season. I think a lot of people are kind of still caught up in the they're going to get James Harden kind of thing. That's not why we're here. We're not here to talk about speculation like that. We're here to talk about what's actually going on in Houston, with the players they got, with the coaches they got. And yeah, so let's touch on Amen Thompson to start. Fourth overall pick. In basically every mock draft going into the draft, he was going there. I like the pick. I can't hate on the pick at all. What did you think about the pick specifically and how it would fit with Jalen Green, Kevin Porter, all that kind of stuff?
The pick is very important and very vital. We've talked about the Twins before, and Amin has his own arsenal to where he shows his creativity on the court. He's known for creating his own shot. Can also play defense really well, just like his twin brother. But I think what it comes down to for the Twins and what they provide for their organizations, I think that Asar is gonna provide that electricity, and I think Amin is gonna do the same. And I think that with the craftiness that Houston is, before I talk about how I think they have a lot of the best way that I can describe it is electricity. Like you said, like it looks like they're playing for for like theater wise, you know what I'm saying? Just like want to perform, want to do crazy things, but you know, Jalen Green will drop 45 and then give you like 13. I think with the addition of Ime Udoka, I think that's going to provide some structure to the team. I
It's not
think
just a
that
lot of kids our age running around and playing hoops.
you know what I'm saying, and I think that they actually start to practice and hold the young cats accountable. And I think that they've been wanting that. It's just that the coaching situation before then wasn't what
Steven
was best.
Silas, yeah, it was weird. It was
So I think that's why Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. just do what they do. But I think that they have a great squad. What Tari Eason was a rookie this year too. I didn't think about that. Tari Eason,
They got
um,
guys, bro. They got future pieces for sure.
Kenyon Martin Jr. or yeah,
Yeah,
Kenyon
yeah.
Martin Jr. Jabari
Sengun,
Jr.
Sengun.
Sangoon.
They got
Uh,
guys, bro.
I'm saying, and then they also have a veteran present back with Aaron Gordon or Eric. Did Eric
No,
Gordon
he's
come back or
on the
he's in
Clippers now.
play?
But yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
did have him. I mean, he hated it there. But I think, yeah, I think going forward, the Ime Udoka change is going to really, really help out with the culture.
Right.
And I think it's similar. If you checked out our Pistons video, I was saying how they need to acquire some vets. I think the Rockets need to do the same thing. I think Ime Udoka is going to be a great initial piece to start changing the culture and actually like holding guys accountable, making them like work on stuff, not just their own personal game and stats and all that stuff. And I think Udoka is going to make them play defense. I think he's going to make them run the sets. I think he's going to make guys play a role, whether that's the best player on the team or the 15th guy on the team. Everyone's going to have a role that they have to
Sure.
fill. And specifically for them drafting a men, I think one, it gives them, solidifies their point guard of the future being him and not Kevin Porter Jr. I think that was kind of a debate going on in Houston, and it solidifies. Okay, we want the men to be our point guard. We want him to be our guy that can distribute and um, do all these things, facilitate, push the pace, run, dunk, shoot, pass, whatever. I think that's the guy that they wanted, and they got him. So you got that guy. Then you have your scorer in Jalen Green. Then you have your big man who can also play make in Sengun. You got Jabari Smith who is going to be a really good 3-level scorer eventually in this league. It was just his rookie year; he had a rough season. I think under Ime Udoka, he learns more things and gets utilized more. I think it's really going to come down to how well Ime Udoka does, what vets they sign, all that kind of stuff. I think the combination of putting all of that together is going to be something that propels them to the next stage of the NBA ladder, I guess you could say. I feel like last season they were in the bottom tier. I think this season they go up a tier or two, depending on how well everything meshes and all that. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not that high on them, but I think they make a move to get to, say, 35 wins, where they're fighting for that play-in, or they're in the play-in and they get that first taste of a playoff-esque atmosphere. I think that's what you're kind of striving for if you're the Rockets. I think you have the pieces in place to do it. I think you just need to get a veteran or two. And then once you get to that point, you just have to get more experience, play more games, learn more about the NBA, all that kind of stuff. But I think Ime Udoka is really going to change the culture for the better in Houston, opposed to what Steven Silas was doing. But any other comments, Slim?
Watch out.
All right, Slim is notoriously high for these win totals. So let's see. Houston Rockets win total. We don't know all the moves yet, but
plus 41.
You got all these teams winning like 20 more games than they did last year. How do you have all these teams going over 500? Who's going to drop? Who gets worse? Who in the playoffs this year doesn't make it?
It's a complete dogfight from now on.
Okay. I mean, I think the league is more parity than ever now. I don't know if I see them winning 41. I could see probably 32, 34,
35.
Like but yeah, something in that range. I think they fight for the play-in. I think if that happens and they beat some good teams, it's a successful season. And as long as you just see growth in a Jabari Smith and a Tari Eason and a Jalen Green and a Amen, you see all of that kind of growth, and I think that's really what the Rockets need to start progressing toward the future. There's a lot of teams in the West that are on the come down in a few years, and they're a team that's going to be on the come up. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time, and peace.